Order.
Conference will now be recorded.
Roll call will do. Everyone's here. Jody is by video from home, so.
Present.
All right. We'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Approval of the agenda. Anybody have any additions that we need to add?
Truth and taxation needs to be added to the presentation section.
She's
It's there.
She has it on.
Should-
there.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah, you
yeah,
have-
I'm operating on the old one, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
The email said something about a donation.
For shelter.
Yeah.
There's a donation.
Yeah, fire-
So. We'll do number 2 for requests and presentations for fire department.
Yeah.
All right. Any other added,
What do we have so far?
the fire department donation?
And then just right away permits for XL Energy to replace poles in town.
Do you want that under requests and presentations, or what, is it just a part of
Just gotta approve of, yeah.
Should just go in the
consent agenda? Okay. All right.
Good. I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda items?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda items.
Well, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Public comment? Does anybody have anything that they would like to talk about today for public comment?
No, I think Heather's working on it, but our street light is still out. And we're working on that.
Good luck.
Yep.
It's Excel.
It's
Yeah.
XL,
Yeah.
yeah, they know,
Yeah.
they
No,
know.
they
so.
fixed one down the block.
Okay, okay, I'll follow up on
Did
it,
that
though.
take a year?
All right. Okay, so then we will move on then, if there's no more public comment, and go to request and presentation, the Truth and Taxation Corporation.
Excuse me. This presentation is the Truth and Taxation hearing for the 2026 budget. The purpose of the Truth and Taxation system is to enhance participation in the property tax system, educate property owners, residents, businesses, and other interested community members on how property taxes are determined, to encourage transparency in annual budget processes, and to create an opportunity for property owners, residents, businesses, and other interested community members to engage with the city council on the proposed budget and levy. So looking back historically at the change between 2023 and 2024, there was an adjusted levy difference of $51,000 in the years. And then in this year, we'll cover that in a moment. So it's important to note for the taxpayers that the property taxes don't pay utility bills. Everything else comes out of enterprise fund budgets. All right, so we had some budget decreases in the budgeting that the council worked on this year. $3,000 down for the election services. St. Olaf Lake, a lot of that was cut out of the lifeguard and swimming budget, as we had difficulty finding lifeguards and other people to work this year, so that we forecasted that was going to be a continuing issue that we would work to resolve. Various changes, the police budget, there was a wage and equipment decrease of $105,000 owing to difficulty in finding a full-time officer. So we cut that part out, and there's a couple other aspects there. And the maintenance went down by $70,000. There was some changes to capital funding for a total capital funding request of $95,000, which is down $22,000 from the previous year's $117,000. You can see on the screen what the capital funding requests are for. All right, and with that, I'll open up the floor to questions and comments.
I'm sorry, what?
Questions and comments?
Yeah, we'll make open public comment if anybody would like to speak about the truth in taxation and have any comments about that. Did you want to?
I'd just like to know what it boils down to in a sum. I mean, I
Oh, sure.
see a big bunch of numbers
Yeah,
there, and then most of them
absolutely.
look red, which I think to be a decrease.
So due to inflation and cost of living and such, the total went up by 9.92%, from $703,000 in 2025 to $773,000 in 2026. The initial estimate levy was for like 14%, so they worked very diligently to get that down to 9.92.
Well, what we pretty much kind of did is we've been having a hard time getting full-time officers, and the last couple of years we've had extra in that aspect. So we took I think it was 30,000 away from them. We had some radios that we already paid for, that we're paying for this year. So we took some of that money, instead of just taking we were initially at 13.45. Instead of getting us down to 7, we actually maybe not quite quite to 7, probably about 8. We ended up we never had anything in for road repairs. So we took 40,000 of that and actually put it in for street repairs, just so we can stay on top of that, because if anybody ever drives around on these streets, we need to stay up on top of at least getting them, a fresh layer on top. So that's the main reason why we only got down to 9.8 or whatever it is.
992.
Could have been a little bit less probably, but I feel like we had pretty good communication on the night that we were here, and we all agreed on what we did.
We always kind of had things budgeted for streets, but we always ended up kind of trimming that down that's where we always kept taking the hit, and we just looked at we needed to kind of do some of the streets because they are starting to deteriorate. It's not that we didn't have anything budgeted. It's just we wanted to work hard, and we had this reserve. You guys correct me if I'm saying something incorrect here, but that's kind of where it came from. We want to make sure the streets keep going the way they are so that town looks nice and not falling apart.
I do have one other quick follow-up question. Does it include some of the stuff, and this is probably jumping the gun, but I read the whole packet earlier, and that report from the water people, or the one people Shell works for,
People service.
it looked to me like they were suggesting that it was going to be a lot of capital. There was going to be a few capital expenditures for pumps or whatnot, adding extra little bits and pieces, restructuring all manner of different things. The one that caught my attention was the electrical wire running up the side of the ladder, which wasn't supposed to be there. Is that included in the final tally?
I don't think it is it? Because that's in the future.
That's
That's next year. expenditures count, so.
Yeah, that's the water tower.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the
And
water
then-
tower.
I think it was under capital expenditures. Could you, capital funding. Could you, like, the ambulance isn't replacing the rig, right? Is that like,
I mean, eventually, so.
This is so we-
I mean, you get so much and stockpile it or whatever?
Yep, saving so much every year.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, each, we're putting money aside for each department, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that way it's not a big hit when something
I remember
happens.
the last
Yeah.
person would have had seen that was, so that's why I was thinking that.
120 something.
167,000 5 years ago, so I bet it's probably 300,000 now.
Yeah.
And that was bare bones.
How long does a rig last?
Uh,
Chad, you would probably know.
Usually you wanna start looking about 7 year mark.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we're on year number
4?
4 or 5 on this one. It's got 70,000 miles on it already.
Even though we went to diesel, shouldn't that last a little longer?
Correct.
You still want to probably start looking at it.
But you gotta start looking like,
Well, it's worth something.
worth something to trade in, but the other issue is they're 2.5 years out to get one. And this one just happened to be a demo, that's how we got it so fast.
Yep.
So,
Thank you for the info.
Yes.
So then I'm thinking that maybe that's not enough money set
Yeah.
aside then.
All right. Well, we were gonna leave that open and we'll go on to then the fire department donation. Did you say, what was that regarding? Or should that have been under consent agenda? Might have probably.
well, you have to make a resolution,
Uh,
but I can present it in the fire department stuff.
in the meeting, when I do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
There is a resolution.
So you might have to rearrange from the resolution to the fire.
Do we have it in?
Resolution.
I don't
Let's see.
see it.
You made one
Oh,
today.
we dropped it off the back.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been in the packet. It got made today.
It got made today?
Yeah.
Okay.
At least, yeah.
Okay.
You brought it to you, Laura.
Okay.
Yes.
End of the day on Friday.
Just
Packets
make,
are done.
just make sure.
Okay. All right, so then we're gonna go down to, the ordinance and resolutions then.
Do we need to close out the truth and taxation or not?
You gotta leave that open.
We gotta leave it open for the meeting. So,
You guys can do what you want, I'm just.
I know.
So the resolution is 25-40 and the packet is incomplete. It was pending any discussion that we had on the IT and all that stuff. But there's a completed one to be signed based on the numbers that are on our worksheet. But I can wrap that.
I'm sorry, clarify what you're saying.
Um,
There's what to be signed.
So the resolution that's in the packet didn't have the numbers in it. If you look at the screen where the mouse is moving,
Okay,
is where the numbers would go.
Yep.
We left that off simply because we didn't know if there was any
Right,
discussion
they're-
about what was going on there.
Right.
But there is one on my desk that is with the current numbers.
okay. Is everybody, do we have discussion about the budget with anybody right now with the resolution of what we're setting it for?
What we left it at the last time, right?
Is that what the
Correct.
9.92?
Don't those numbers he's talking about with the IT stuff change that number some?
Potentially, yes. The budget for the IT services and a potential capital expenditure, well, definite capital expenditure would,
Monthly, right?
the capital would be one time, but the services would be monthly. And we're still waiting on on the actual figures from.
Oh, so we don't have.
We don't even have
We-
everything yet.
We have ballpark and that's.
So then how
that's
can we
the-
adopt this ordinance then? We don't have the numbers.
Say that again?
How can we adopt this ordinance to set the taxation?
In resolution.
Yeah, that's, I'm
sorry.
resolution,
Um,
if we don't have numbers.
so the capital
Can't.
of the reserve as well as the monthly services. It's not ideal, but it is an option.
I think we need to revisit that with the numbers on it, before we can pass it.
Special meeting is.
That's right, yeah, because
Yeah.
this gotta be done by the end of this month.
Yes.
Couple
I
days.
think it's
18th or
16th
19th.
or the 18th that has to be finalized and submitted to the county.
I thought it was the 20th.
It's
It's some,
it's not completely to the end of the month. just so
No,
you're aware.
no, I know it's before Christmas though, but I don't know the exact date.
And if you have a special meeting, you gotta have a 3-day advance.
Yes.
We know that.
Right, okay.
I'll put in the paper for everybody.
So, am I hearing that somebody's wanting to make a
I mean,
motion,
that's what we'd have
talk
to.
to work session, or what's everybody's discussion here?
Well, I don't think we can approve a blank document, so we have to do something, don't we? I mean,
Right.
No,
Well, we could adopt it as is with the numbers without the structure stuff. That's a 992. But if we want to adopt the levy based on those numbers, then we would have to wait. So we have to. We'd have to have another separate meeting.
whatever. I mean, it's,
It don't matter to me.
But if we adopted the numbers we got right now to the 9.82 or whatever it is, we can't spend that money because it's not allocated. Is that correct? For the IT services. It's not allocated in this budget.
Yeah, we could.
you can still spend it, it's just,
Yeah.
you'd have to find where you're gonna get that
Okay.
money
Yeah,
from.
we're just not taxing them.
Okay.
We're not taxing anybody.
We're just not trying to figure, you're not increasing taxes to cover that expense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you're using your general fund.
you're using your,
Okay.
So it's just a matter of.
I would be okay with that part.
If we want to use the general fund or if we want to raise taxes based on it. That's where we're at.
Jody, what are your thoughts?
I think we need to see the document with the numbers on it before we can pass the resolution to.
Okay.
To adopt the
So-
budget and the collectible levy.
So we need to give a 3-day notice. So what is everybody looking for next week? Well, we need to find out the exact date too.
Yeah.
So either this Friday or next Monday,
Okay.
we need to, and then if,
Let's do it Friday.
But you gotta see when you get the numbers from the other company.
well, that too,
Yeah.
that's the problem. I mean, we're gonna need to put some pressure on them to get numbers.
So they gave me ballpark numbers. The basics is that whichever company, there's gonna be about a $15,000 capital outlay for that.
Was it
The-
a couple grand a month then after?
Yeah, because each one has a different service model. One is based off of per user, other one's based off of computer. The per user, looks like it's probably even more expensive option, but we're working on narrowing down how many computers we have need.
Let me put this forward. I would say if we can vote on this resolution tonight, the way it is, spend the money and then tax for it next year for it, because then we got this, we don't have to have a special meeting, we got it, and we're ready to go. Then we have the numbers already.
And we have-
on that.
Yeah, it's just a matter of if you want to tax for it. The capital, or if you want to spend it out of the general.
This one's C.
It's gonna be about 39,000, right?
Yeah.
Roughly, give or take.
Is that,
For,
what are the rough numbers?
It's gonna be roughly like 39,000.
I believe,
What I get out of it, 15 and 24.
Yeah.
2,000 a month, 15,000 up front, or for the,
that's,
I would account for at least 2,000 a month, at least. Between both companies.
that's probably ballpark accurate.
for their estimate.
So can you add that in now or no?
Well,
And a special.
Work session.
Yeah.
Is there a contract with that stuff?
Second?
How many, is there a contract that you have to sign?
Yeah, it'll be, I believe it's a year contract, but each company, based on our needs, is coming up with a 3 and a 5 year roadmap, so that we're not.
But if it doesn't work out, is there an early termination fee? Have you guys thought about that?
We just found out.
Yeah, to know what all that's gonna look
But
like.
it'll be in your fine writing.
we just got a little bit of information
We just
real
found
briefly
out not
about
even a
some of the
month ago.
requirements.
Okay.
So we're just starting to dig into it,
Really been
unfortunately.
working hard on it.
But also, this service is mandated, we can't go
Yeah,
without
we
it.
have to do it.
So we wouldn't be really terminating unless we were going to a different company.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at. If you found,
Yeah.
if you went with one and the other one was cheaper when it come back,
Kinda like
there
our
would be a
ambulance building.
termination fee. Because we got pinched for that a couple of years ago, just so you guys are aware.
Thank you.
I would say the least amount of pain is approving this one tonight and dealing with the contract when we get it.
Because
For all of us.
both companies intend to be at the January meeting to explain what their services are and how they.
You guys okay with that?
And I mean,
Well,
we spent 40 grand on other things out of the general fund.
with us using some of our extra reserve money, are we still sitting where we're still at that good percentage?
55%.
That's a good question. I don't have an answer for you at this moment.
Okay. Because we kind of need to know that too.
We need to know that number.
Yeah. So,
We can't go below.
mm-mm.
Well, you can go below, but you get a better rating if you don't.
Why would you want to get yourself in that situation?
Correct.
I don't.
Without knowing what that number is.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards with Jody, we need to do another work session here in the next end of this week, first part of next week, and push to get those numbers. And before we can agree to that, that's my thought.
Then you gotta have a special meeting too.
That's actually 2 meetings total.
You really should find out what the deadline is before you do all that stuff.
We could make it at any time, that special meeting, correct?
Yeah, I have 3-day notice for everything.
No. Okay.
So if you do a work session, then you gotta do another 3 days.
Yep.
I don't think we need a work session. I think we need a special meeting, just
Do them all the same day.
basically rubber.
We do a special meeting. That we still have to have 2 meetings, because, or can we do it all at the same one?
You could do
Do it
a
the
work
same one.
Same one, but you would have to have a work session first, and then you would have to open to a Zoom meeting.
Meeting. So we could do it all on the same day.
Let's do that. Friday. And it's done.
Aren't we just putting numbers on this paper to? Why would we need a work session to do that?
You gotta change the percentage.
But if we vote on this without changing percentage
We
tonight,
set our levy.
Yeah, then we wouldn't have to have a special.
right, that's my point.
Right,
And we wouldn't have
but
to
then
have-
if we have to spend it on the general fund, we don't know what the general fund is exactly at this moment. If we spend it too low.
Right.
Because by approving the levy tonight, we're not taxing this 40 grand, we're just spending it out of the general fund. We don't know what's in the general fund. We spend it too low, we get a bad rating, we don't know what's in the general fund.
We just don't want to get too low down
We don't,
below
the
that
only reason we have to have a
percentage.
special meeting is to figure out what's in the general fund.
And which one we're gonna do, which company.
Yeah. They're
They're coming in January, so we don't know that.
Well, then we're kind of screwed anyway. Well, you could take a ballpark figure of saying this is what.
Tax based on both.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what's in the general fund?
Well, what's on our, do Do you have that paperwork there for that, the spreadsheet?
Up to date. On the levy page.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just what we're gonna get out of taxes.
I'm not sure it's in.
I don't think it's on there.
That's not on that one.
That's just budget.
Yeah.
I remember seeing one
We
here a
need-
couple meetings ago, but I don't remember which one it was, so I couldn't tell you where to get it. Didn't Tony send it to us a while back?
Well, that would be outdated from July.
But would the general fund be outdated?
So last time we were having this conversation, we were trying to suss out what those numbers were in Banyan, and it's clear as mud, effectively, until the calendar closes.
Well. Well, I think for me, I would like to make a motion that we do a work session and then do a special meeting after that to set that levy so we could maybe talk about this a little bit more in depth here and get some more of those hard numbers. Not sure if I have a second or not, but
I'll second that.
all in favor?
Aye.
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 Do we have a date that I guess I should have had that in the motion, the date. We want to go next Monday? What's everybody's schedule?
I got a Legion meeting. At 7:00.
How about this Friday?
I think
I
you
don't
should
get-
figure out when it has to be presented first.
Yeah, I suppose.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Are you looking right now? Thank you.
I thought it was the 20th
I said,
or the 20th.
Google search. See if
See,
county wants it.
And that's what I was.
That's what I'm seeing. If I remember from
And I
what,
swear Tony told me the 30th on Friday when he came in, but I don't wanna go off of that.
Yeah.
I don't have her number either to find out.
December 28th,
Okay,
but you could file for a 7-day extension if needed. But it has to be filed by December 28th.
It's a Sunday.
well, I would rather try to get it addressed before the holidays.
So
They
that's gonna be
recommend to have
actually
it in by the
26th.
22nd. Because it has to go through some
That was the day
procedure
we're
or something.
looking at, so it's
Yeah.
22nd.
That's my 21st.
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Do we want to do the 18th?
I got 16, 17, I can do any of those days.
Well,
I don't care. Doesn't make any difference to me.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
Earlier the better too,
Yeah.
so we don't have to prolong it into the middle of the night.
So you could do a work session
Yeah.
and then open.
Open it up
You
the
can't-
same day.
You can't decide on anything and then
Yep.
have a regular meeting afterwards. Yes.
Yeah,
Let's do next Tuesday or Wednesday. 16 or
the
17.
16th. Jody, 16th or 17th?
Let me look here.
You're available?
17th.
5 o'clock,
17th works better for me.
5:30.
17th is what, Wednesday?
Yeah.
What everybody else?
Yeah, that's fine.
Fine with me.
So December 17th then at 5 o'clock or 5:30?
5 o'clock.
That'd be good.
5, I don't really care.
5 o'clock?
5 o'clock.
Really.
That's good with me.
Yeah,
We'll do
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock for, okay.
Yep.
Can you send us an email?
Yeah, I'll need a reminder. I'll be
Yeah.
late.
Okay. All right, well, that was,
Okay, so we
Alright.
need to
Then it
table
needed
that
to be.
resolution.
yeah, we can't
Yeah.
do anything with that.
Do we need a motion to table? Is that what we-
No, we just, all right. So then
25-41.
25-41.
Excuse me. That's a no-brainer.
All right. It's a
I move that we
resolution-
adopt 2541.
Move to adopt.
Oh.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. Resolution 25-20 or 42 for limited mutual services. What is that?
Limited Municipal Services Day on December 26th. As the day after Christmas is a Friday, so it falls between
Oh, sure.
two paid days off and
That's
a
right.
weekend. We can't compel employees to use time off or paid time off. So we were looking to offer it as a optional thing, but employees had to commit to it early. And so that way we can inform the public what would be available and what would not be available that day. With the understanding that, you know, in the case of an emergency, be it snow or some other situation, that paid time off may be canceled. And so myself, Heather, and then the maintenance staff all committed to having those days off if this passes.
Make a motion to accept resolution 25-42.
I'll second. All right, go ahead.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. The next resolution will wait till after Chad for the fire one, right?
Sure.
Thank you. All right, we'll do ambulance report.
Shoot, no.
She's not here.
All right, so
Because you were raised on time, Dad. Yeah.
all right,
Now.
You're here to help, right?
Just here to help, I guess.
reading on behalf of Sarah Sumvey, ambulance report December 2025. There's nothing new to report with crew maintenance. They were able to get the fuel filter replaced. All seems to be good with the ambulance at this point. Next year, they will need to look into tires for the ambulance. Currently at 130 calls for the year, and that is up from last year. Community involvement, they'll have Santa Bingo December 6th, so in the past. Okay. They're hoping for a good turnout.
Look at that.
Training. We had our yearly variance training, and everyone besides two attended, and those two have to complete their training before the end of the year. We received a monitor, and we're waiting on training material to arrive so that we can have the training for the new monitor, which will be put in the ambulance. And director comments, looking at ways to recruit new people and ways to get daytime coverage. This will obviously struggle with volunteer services, as everyone has to have a full-time job to make ends meet. If you have any ideas, please reach out and let her know.
All right.
I'll make a motion to accept the ambulance report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, Chad, now you're up.
I wanna see what he put.
I'm sure you can read it by memory.
So I guess we didn't have any fire calls or medicals. We're not running medicals at this time, but hopefully I can get that turned around eventually here in the first of the year. We would like to donate $100,000 to the city of New Richland. Our radios are ordered. The numbers was given were $20,000 short, so we would like to take that out of our donated funds to cover the extra.
Okay.
Need a motion for that?
I don't, did you get an invoice yet, Heather? They're ordered, but I don't know when. In training, we did, for this December, we did ventilation on roof. So we had a company that we work with comes in with a prop, and then we can set the steepness of the roof and it's actual shingles and all that on there. And we cut holes with chainsaw or skill saw or to practice that.
Cool.
And I believe next month is all the fun stuff. Bloodborne and
Oh, yes.
OSHA and all that stuff, so.
The 20,000, is that for this year's budget or next year's budget that you're wanting to use?
I don't know when the invoice comes, it should be on this year's budget.
So that's what we approved the 60.
I just wanted to make sure.
I know like when Denise ordered hers, I didn't get the invoice for like almost 2 weeks.
I just wanted to make sure that's what you're looking for to use it for this year's
Yes,
money instead of next year's,
correct.
so that you have that for an emergency fund later.
Yes, and I don't have an update on the truck. Somebody's supposed to call out there and make sure they put the right radio in it, so we don't have to buy a new radio to be compatible with the new system that's coming out. And I'm sure that will be change ordered, but at this point, we don't have an option.
That makes sense.
So, we ordered gear about 8 months ago, haven't seen it yet, so I'm sure it should be coming at any time now.
Does it normally take that long?
Yes,
Those are 2 sets, right?
should be 4. The helmets came right away, but none of the rest of the gear, so. That's all I have for you guys. Unless you guys got any questions?
No.
Make a motion to accept the fire department report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Chad.
And thank you for the donation.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you to the
thank you.
fire department.
Helps
Yeah.
us up a ton. I mean, for everyone.
While Denise is up here too, I want to clarify when that, the presentation, that part that showed like over 100,000 police department, that's just differences altogether. That's not,
Yeah.
I want to clarify, that's not, there's the 33,000 that we took from the budget and then the difference from what wasn't spent in wages and stuff. So I think,
Right.
I just didn't want anybody to interpret that difference.
That's how much it cost. Yeah.
That was the difference from last year to this year.
No.
So, just wanted, while she was up there.
Okay, so we had 85 calls for service for the month of November, totaling calls for this year to 1,290. Again, information, no parking on streets after 2 inches of snow. Talked to Heather this week about sending it out over the mass, like email, text, public thing, when there is that possibility. So you might want to get one tomorrow if the snow is going to happen, just so people know not to park there. So Eric and Braden can
It's really fun to
do their work. We had low light inclement weather our annual training. I went to the Fall Leadership Summit in Brainerd. We learned about some crazy AI stuff, ERPL laws, which is, they're also known as red flag laws, and officer involved shooting statistics. I attended a free behavioral threat evaluation and reporting through the BCA. Personnel, so our new guy, Officer Johnson, he is in his last stage of FTO. So he should be on his own next week or the week after. And then I have had 3 full-time inquiries. One was back in June, which I forgot about. And then I had one on the 26th and one just on Friday. So, and then the full-time posting on our city website needs to be changed.
Okay. So
I know we chatted about that briefly last week. Check engine light, headlight, and windshield fluid on 270. And community movie night on the 18th at 8 p.m. The Grinch. So that's what I got.
Thank you.
Oh, there's one thing. Did you put in there
I put both of them in there.
the policy thing?
Okay.
Oh, so this is the second half of the invoice for the services used from the Waseca County Attorney's Office.
Oh.
So I need approval to pay for that. And then I have one more thing, but we can do that first. So I just, I need.
Yeah.
She needs a motion.
Make a motion to make the payment to the county attorney's office for $4,005.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then policies 360, you want to scroll down. So these are just talking, this is the contract. So currently we're with, our policies are through Lexipol, which they've been nice, but they're based off of kind of US wide instead of narrowed down to Minnesota wide, or like the state of Minnesota. So policies 360 is through, we've gone through a lot of training through LETAC, which is bigger, like this is a branch of some of the owners of LETAC. And so they are specific to, all of the policies are specific to Minnesota, and then you can, they offer 4 or 5 hours of free customization for your department specifically. So it's a 3-year contract. And I think if you scroll, well, I have it right here. So year 1 would be $4,200, and that's the onboarding and annual fee. It's probably the very last page of it. Year 3 is $3,000, and then year 2 is $3,000, year 3 is $3,150. Currently for Lexipol for 2025, we paid $3,379.32. So it's, I guess, kind of cheaper. It is cheaper if you go.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
You get discount if you pay it all upfront?
No. No. So.
Worth a shot.
A lot of companies will honor that.
No. So I am hoping to switch to them at the beginning of the year prior to our Lexipol contract coming up for renewal. So if you can think on it until January, or you can approve it now. Either way, I don't care. I just would be asking, if it's not approved tonight, I would ask for approval for January. So.
Seems like a better system. Its cost is negligible if it passes, so I have no problem approving it tonight. I will make a motion to approve moving to whatever it's called.
Policies 360.
Policies 360.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I think that's it.
We'll make
I
them,
got something.
oh, go ahead.
As long as she said that you're no parking on the streets after 2 inches. I talked to Eric already about it, but my neighbor is kind of pissed off, and I was last year, about the county not going up against the curb, and we have to park out in the street even though they plow the street. So he's gonna address it with the county, but I want people to know that they need to plow better than they do.
What? They need to what?
Plow better than they do,
Oh,
because they're 6 feet from the curb easily.
yeah, take it up with them.
Yep.
Grab a shovel.
I went round and round with it last year.
Make a motion to accept the PD report.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh,
Hey, Bob.
Howdy, evening, everybody. Another beautiful day in southern Minnesota. So the care center, oh gosh, let's see, where we start. The November average census was down from the previous month. Our average was 33.27. The annual average is now 35.93. Prior to November, that annual average was 36.9. So we dropped an entire person. Current census, I did this on Friday, was 34 until somebody passed away Sunday morning and somebody went home on Sunday morning. So current census is actually 32. The low swing in admissions, partly due to the holiday season. God forbid a doctor would work through the holidays and have to take care of people. I say that a lot, I did. But a lot of that is, a lot of the people we are getting are younger people, or younger referrals, just like last year. Younger referrals, alcoholism, drugs, violent tendencies, mental health disorders, things that do not mesh with our community of people. So many of the people, we cannot meet their needs, so we have to turn them away. So financials for October, we had a revenue of $471,000, expenses of $467,000, for an income of about $3,000. Not bad, not good, but it's not bad. A lot of that is the increased census in October, actually 37.55. I was wrong there. I thought it was 36, but that's 37. The expenses were reduced by $23,000 by reducing the use of agency staff. So had I not been able to reduce agency staff and with our own hires, it would have been more than $20,000 in the hole. The months of September and October, we hired 15 staff members. Now into December, I think we are, to include those 15, up to about 25 or 26 hires just this fall.
Is that with the new program that is in effect with that company that you're working with for
Yes.
people? Okay.
Yeah.
What about the other company? Any luck getting a hold of them?
No. Zip on that one. She is still out of the country. Find it very difficult to communicate with somebody when they're
All over the world.
Yeah. I'm trying to get our money back from the WIN program because that's not working out. That's been 2 years that they've had a good chunk of money and it provided us nothing. This Flint Healthcare program that we're working with, I think we're up to 5 people now that they've gotten us and they're working great. So I'm looking forward to cutting loose the WIN program. Speaking of staffing, early November, IntelliSense came in for our healthcare insurance open enrollment. Enrollment numbers did increase slightly with people making use of the insurance. We increased the employer portion paid from 65% to 80%, because we went, we got them to reduce the cost or change the plan to a less expensive plan. There may be some changes. We were on a gold plan before. I don't know if we're on a bronze plan or silver plan or tin plan or whatever it is. But it's healthcare. At any rate, it's cheaper, and that allows us to increase the amount that we contribute to their plan. So I think every person that had healthcare last year will see a significant reduction in the premium that they pay. And another thing is one of the plans, it does take mail out of your primary network, but it also includes the premium for the health care clinic that is starting in Albert Lea in 2026. It's the health care clinic, after my discussions with them, for standard citizens, I think is $169 or $189 a month. You pay that to them, and then you can go as many times as you want, and it costs you a dime. They do have pharmacy services, lab services, so that our people, typically that's for healthier people, obviously, but for our many of our folks, I think that is going to be very helpful, because right now you have to make a appointments just to go to urgent care anymore. And some of those are 3 weeks out. I'm not gonna be sick in 3 weeks, Doc. We'll go to the emergency room. I'm not gonna pay 3 times the cost to go to the damn emergency room. Well, so the healthcare clinic, I think, they will be beneficial to the folks at the nursing home, guaranteed. Other news in staffing, this actually happened the 4th of December. Everybody got an increase. Now, fiscal year at the nursing home runs from 1 October to 30 September. So 1 October of 2024, people started getting 3% increases on their anniversary date for the 2025 budget year. So that's 3%. In April, they got 2% more. And in October, we gave them 2% more. And now in December, everybody got at least 3% more. In 1 year, it's a 10% increase in their pay. Because I've been planning for this, because Governor Walz and his NHWSB committee created basic wages, minimum wages for nursing home staff. Minimum wage for nursing home staff as a CNA is $22.50. Our base before this was $17, much like many of the other communities around here. LPNs, I don't recall it. I think they increased up to $27, and ours had been $24, much like the other communities. All other basic elements of the nursing home, the housekeepers, the laundry workers, the dietary workers, the activity workers, went from, and this sounds bad, $12.50 was their base, to $19. Wow, I was right. Wow. So I've been trying for a year to lift our people up, especially those people that have been with us for a couple of years. You know, if you're, say, working in housekeeping and you've been with us for, say, 3 years, well, you're not making $12.50 an hour. You're probably somewhere around $15. So that the increases that we've been giving are trying to get you a little bit higher so that I can use a little bit more money to say, as I created my new wage scale, to be able to say, you are at 3 years and this is the bump that you're going to get. This is where you should be, not at $19. Because there's some people that are going to go right to $19. It's a huge increase. But there are other people that are over that wage scale. They didn't get that big increase, but we made sure everybody got at least 3%. So, and of course, the more money you make, the more 3% really is. So, it's gonna be a rough year, but I am very confident in the people that work there. They're gonna make it a good year. They're filling in spots now so that we don't have to pay as many agency staff to cover those things, which is reducing that payment to agency, which in 2025 was $1.3 million.
What was it in 24?
$1.25 million.
Just remember signing a lot of big checks for them.
Yes, you did. Thank you for that. But we are reducing the number of agency staff needed. This pay increase will help. We also increased the shift differentials, 50 cents for evenings and 75 cents more than they were making before for overnights, and 50 cents for weekends. They got increases in their uniform allowance, and a reduction in their insurance. So a lot of big changes made. Not everybody's happy, but most people should be.
Yeah, for a couple of days an hour wage.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that if I can take that, well, say $1.3 million, if that was our staff, it'd have been $750,000. So we'll be able to save $600,000 and put that back into people, back into the building, back into the business, a third and a third and a third, so that we can, okay, I've got a third into savings, and I've got a third into people, and I've got a third into the building to make things better. That's where we're going. All right, so Thanksgiving was great. Everybody pigged out. We had more than 30 guests. I think our numbers were 32 or 34. Nice to have them all there. Christmas preparation, full swing. Decorations are everywhere. Christmas music. I don't know. I'm a Grinch. That's just the way it is. Somebody's got to be. Any questions for me?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
All right. Now the chatty one. Eric's up.
All right.
Make a motion to accept the center report.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, Shell's up.
Shell's it.
You're
Right, unless you want him to go.
Nope, Shell's
Yeah.
first.
Alrighty. Smart salting chloride variants. There's a little packet I'll be sending to all of you. That state would like one of you to do, or all of you can do it. I did it. Mine was 5 hours long and a test. There is one for the guys to take. It's just part of our variance, and we have to show that we've done it. So it's all about road salt, sidewalk salt, and property salt. So I should be getting that certificate here shortly in the mail. The Isaac Walton sent a box of information for natural resources. I put it out here on the table. And I hung some up on the bulletin board for the variance too. We have to do all these things every year for 15 years. I'm not gonna be here that long. So please continue it. Surveys will be getting sent out on the next water bill, which is next week. Is that one? Yeah. So MPCA put out a new water softener survey. So please, all of you that live in town, please, businesses to everybody fill it out, because we need that. It's good for grants and free money. So the more it's on there, the better. So please do it. I have you got the estimates from Ori in front of you. He's kind of put them in emergency, non-emergency things coming up. There is some big electrical bummer things going on out there that we're just making it work by somehow, some way. He would come in January if you want him to at the council meeting, so he can explain to you guys all these issues, what's going on. If you would like him to, he'll do it. He'll come in January if you want him. I mean, I'm not an electrician and I can't explain a lot of the technical stuff that's going on out there, but.
There was a bunch of stuff when I was still on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there wasn't there. I got some of them fixed.
Yeah, some are done.
Some are fixed.
I was just curious.
Chipping away.
Yeah, there's a lot of them that are fixed, but yeah, the list was so long, so remember my list?
Yeah.
But we've got, I mean, we're chipping off that list really good, so.
Are these things that have to be done, or?
Some will have to be done. Yeah, there's no choice on some of these. The influent channel float, that needs to get done. That's when we have our flooding issues and that water coming in and it won't register. So it doesn't even tell me that we're flooding. But I have a camera on the graph that tells me, so I watch it, but that isn't right either. I shouldn't do that 24 hours a day watching.
Yeah.
So,
Have any of you guys ever toured that?
I've been down
Yeah,
there. I've been there.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Second grade, it's cool.
It's very interesting.
Yeah. It's amazing how
You
some of
should
that
come
stuff
out
is still
and look
working.
at all the extra things.
Sunday morning, 11.
No, I'm off on Sunday.
Right there.
New starters for lift pumps, that is a must. Those starters are probably from the 60s. And we have been stealing them from other buckets that are not being used, and
Oh,
we're
boy.
running out of starters. So the motor for the wires for pump 3, that's one of our big pumps, our 20 horse. There is a bad connection between the building and the lift station. So we don't know if it's, it's a broke wire, is it corroded? I mean, that's a long ways out there. But that's you're better off just digging a new one and not trying to fix the old wire that's under there. There's some bad hour meters that I do replace them every now and then when we get a chance. The heater in the preliminary building, we start with a screwdriver. So it's very old and we can keep it running, but it only runs for winter. But if we don't have that, the influent channel will freeze. And then, you have to have ventilation. That's why it's so cold in there. So that's another old, but it's it's the hydrogen sulfide, it wrecks everything. It just rusts up. But for right now, Ori's making it work for me. So I don't think he likes starting with the screwdriver either. And the ASCO transfer generator, it's our transfer switch. It's inside the office. Probably not the smartest place to put a transfer switch of that kind of wattage. That does need some work done to it. It is just about out of date. I'm sure you've seen that transfer.
Yeah, I was just wondering why we didn't replace it when we
Yeah.
replaced the generator.
Yeah, it would have been nice because of the expense, I think is what it
Well,
was.
and it was
Yeah.
some expense. So.
Yeah, and there was just the other day when we had the electrical deal in town.
Yeah.
I mean, most people just experience maybe a slight little flicker. Yeah, I had like static in the office, so I kind of ran out of there.
Oh.
But that transfer box shouldn't even be in that office.
Oh, it should be outside.
Yeah.
I say, where
it's-
should that be outside?
But back in the day, that's the way they did it. They filled up a room full of electricity and said, here you go, you can sit in here all day and hope that you don't
Listen to
get
the
killed.
buzz.
But yeah, Ori can come in January and he can explain all of these things better for you. He's real good at explaining it and why we need it out there and what will happen if we don't have it done. It's a lot to look over and
Well, it's kind of necessary. I mean, we've
Yeah.
had some neglect for how many years, and I know we've talked before about that. Start putting some lists together, just like we do with any other department.
Yep.
It needs to be done.
yeah, the plant won't work without the electricity fixed out there.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it all. And if the transfer switch doesn't get fixed, the generator will be no good to us.
Right.
So I'm just asking a question.
Yeah.
Does any transfer switch work with that particular generator?
You'd
Or
have to
does
ask
have
Ori. Yeah. You'd have to
someone
ask
who we
Ori.
have to have the same range?
Mhm.
You'd have to ask him all
Okay.
that. He's the whiz on it.
That doesn't,
Yeah.
it's just like,
Yeah.
I just can't believe we didn't do that before.
Yeah, I think it was just put to the side, There was a lot going on at that time and I don't think budget things were real good, so we just kind of left it. So but that is the majority of the electrical bummers going on. Otherwise, the plant is running very nicely and I had a lot of bad influence coming in from I don't know where. But the plant is handling it at this point in time. We are passing our parameters, so.
You explained that influence.
It's high and toxic and nutrients and things that I don't know where it's coming from. We're just getting big batches. And I just have to go around and talk to everyone to find out where it's coming from. This is the most I've had in years and years, so I don't know what's changed since the second week of June. Something changed the second week of June this year, and it has not stopped. So I don't know if there's new businesses or new things or.
You got all the pipes replaced by the school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been if it was done by then, but that shouldn't bring in bad stuff. That should be better. That should be better.
Just gets there faster now.
Yeah, no, I don't know. So I'm working on that, but I'll find out what it is.
You have any predictions of where to start even?
No, you just start opening up manholes and taking samples.
It's a great time of year to do
Now,
it.
this is the worst winter ever to do it. You know, you
Yeah.
can't really go out there traipsing around trying to get them open. So I'll work on it.
For these amounts that you're giving us, is there anything that you need us to approve tonight because it needs to get done before?
You guys want to wait for Ori?
Or what is your guys' thought
I
on?
mean,
I think the more info we have on
I think that would be better.
Yeah, I just to make sure there was nothing emergent that you needed it done right this moment.
Yeah,
I'm making it work, so just keep your
Yeah.
fingers crossed.
it. That's where it
Until
comes.
she grabs that screwdriver.
Like last time.
I'll hang on. I'll hang on.
We'll get you a rubber coated screwdriver. so you
Yeah.
don't shock yourself.
You'll hear me swearing from out there. But if you guys, I think you should
Yeah.
have him speak to you about this. There's a lot of things going on out there.
Yeah.
So that way you guys can ask him all the big questions. And
We have pictures too, maybe when he comes.
Sure.
Because I
I'll
mean,
bring
I'm
them.
familiar with some of the stuff when I've been
Yeah.
out there, but just
Yep, I'll take the
pictures would be good.
tomorrow and print
Speak
them out,
1,000
have
words
ready.
for people to see.
Yeah, definitely. And then I warned him already. I said, you know, maybe at the January council meeting, if he could come in, and he said, sure, we just need to let him know what the date is in January and the time.
We don't know yet.
Okay,
It'd be the
Yeah.
second
Uh,
Monday.
might change.
Might change.
Oh, that's right.
okay. So at the end of the meeting, I might.
Yep.
That's
No,
right. I
it'll be the
forgot about
second
that.
Monday because we won't vote on
We
that.
can't vote on it tonight.
Okay.
We're gonna discuss it.
Oh, okay.
So
All right.
second Monday in January.
I will have him here then to explain all this good stuff.
Changing the
Anything
date.
else?
This is a business on the corner
Meeting
from,
date.
kitty corner from
Yeah.
the city
Yeah.
garage, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ori's, yeah, Straight River, sorry.
Straight River Electric.
Straight River Electric, yes,
It's from here.
yes. Okay,
Right.
nothing else? Yes?
Said, you filled out a report for Empire Televising and cleaning of Broadway ash, Burden 4.
Yeah,
When?
That was when,
the
No, I mean,
incident,
when is it gonna happen?
no, I already,
Yeah,
filled
you
it
did.
Already
It
did.
happened already.
Gotcha.
that's when
It was part of the
we got
construction.
an email on it.
Can I get a picture of my street?
Of your what?
My street?
For what?
Third, the televising?
No, this
No,
was
it's
down
not
there on
Okay,
Third.
Oh, man.
No, that was, yeah. This is down
I
here.
want to talk.
Wrong
Yeah.
end.
Yeah, this was
Yeah,
part of
wrong
the-
end is down
don't
there.
I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah.
This was
Where
part
the
of,
water came up into.
this was part of the email that was sent out. This is
Yeah.
because of the construction
remember.
project that the construction company, part of their process after completing construction to do it.
Right.
I just thought it was a new one.
That was a-
And
that was a
they,
welcome to the job.
and just to let you know, that typically does not happen with new construction. That hardly, never, ever, ever, ever happens. So that is just, a lot of times it is the venting in the house, new added on bathrooms that weren't vented right. Construction that was done that wasn't up to code. A lot of times that's when this happens.
How many places was it?
2, 3, 4.
Oh, gosh.
3 or 4.
3 or 4 altogether. Some were just a little bit of water or whatever. This is what is usually sent out when the city does it. This is what is given to homeowners.
Pressure's gonna go somewhere.
Okay.
Well, we had all the cracked pipes
Yeah,
before, so it probably went right under the ground. So that is what is I hang those as door hangers on each door.
Makes sense.
So, but it doesn't typically happen with new construction. That is unheard of. So, but that venting will make that happen. And when we go to do that street again, I will have to go to those homes and make sure.
Yeah.
Strand wrap your toilets when we do that. with the lids down.
All
All
right,
right,
Don't be sick.
thank you.
Thanks.
make a motion to accept people service report.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
All right.
Hi, Eric.
Thanks.
All right.
What are we doing?
All right. How about you?
Sick of the snow already?
Yeah, I bet.
We got ways to go.
It just gets started. Yeah, we had 8 blue cards this week, or this month, sorry. The road project is finally done, for the year anyway. The control, they're still working on that. It's a little slower than we had thought. Hopefully in a week it'll be done. Bathrooms are at City Hall are finally done, 99%. We got a one thing we got to hang up in the men's yet. We did leaves. We did 53 loads, and it's probably the most leaves we've ever got out of here. So that's 159 times dumping the sweeper. So,
You counted, huh?
Ewan's overlay is done. I came late too. Everything kind of came late and Slow came early. So, have any questions? Let's start with the salt from Wilkins. Is $98 per yard. Last year's 97. So, I'd like at least 2 loads for sure. I'm not gonna get it until we have to, but just.
You'd like an
So-
approval for 2 loads?
I would like to, yes.
On top of this, or just 2 loads total?
Of that.
So like you got 1 already,
Yeah.
just 1 more?
No, I'd like 2 more. Just like I said, I'm not gonna get unless I absolutely have to. So, this is his big truck. I can't remember his other ones, like 12 and a half, I think. I can't remember. So I just went with the biggest one.
So the 153860 is 1 load, or is that?
That's 1 load. That's
Okay.
the big truck.
So it's
That's
gonna be
the
about
end up,
30.
I do believe.
Be 4,700. He wants 3 total. Roughly.
You already, yeah.
Already got one.
He's already got 1
Yeah,
though.
because we got 1. You want the
Yeah,
second,
so
right?
we just need approval for the 3 more.
3,200. Or 1538 times 2. I'll make a motion that we have him order, if needed,
If needed.
2 loads at 1538.60 each load.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next one is, Department of Health. You guys got the big letter. And can you bring that up at all?
Yes,
Thank you.
You just want to go to the first page that has.
Right there. That's the one I think I need. Yeah. That's Amy, for Department of Health. That's where she feels we should start. That she said that chlorine, cylinder scale is well past its use. So it's probably been there since we built the plant, I'm guessing. Another thing that she was talking about is, the gas alarm, which I think is very important because Braden and I go in there every day.
I thought we had one already in there. No?
No.
Huh.
The new one, if you allow it, it'll go right up to our new SCADA.
Mhm.
And then that will go straight to our phones too, so we
Yeah.
won't even ever.
You won't get near it.
No, exactly. No. And then is this what you were talking about earlier? This is okay, yeah, this is for me, so not through. And we can talk about this
you and I can talk about this later too, after this. So I got a price from Alden Pool. That's the same guys that has been helping us with our dehumidifiers throughout the library. You got one and we got one on our water plant.
And backflow preventer.
Backflow prevent, yep, he does all that stuff. So, I just think we need to get started with getting on top of all this.
Am I reading that right? 47,000?
I have one number wrong. 4,700, sorry.
That's
me.
Okay.
All this should have been done with the OSHA standards too.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's like,
I was trying to add the numbers up.
Where's the big number? We're missing a big number.
That figures.
I move we approve the gas alarm and the scale for a total of 4796.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Did they recommend anything else that you have to, that we should have done? Or I know you said this is kind of starting.
Is what I'm seeing is what she got on there is that's where we should be starting. A lot of them are not necessarily, they're not necessarily you got to do it. It's just a recommendation.
Okay.
So,
Anything that they're gonna, you could predict that they might do in the future that's gonna be mandated to be done?
you don't want to know yet.
It's probably gonna consist of building a water plant.
Yeah, I know.
So
Thought I'd ask though.
And that money for those purchases will come out of the water fund, correct?
Purchases coming out of the water fund is what he said, correct? It's where you're gonna take it from.
Okay.
All right.
I'm looking at page 8 of 8, and I've only been here 20 years.
Yep.
I see there's well number 3 and well number 2. Is there a well number 1?
there is.
Where is it?
Well, number one is in the water plant. And this is that one's no longer in use.
And that's right over there.
Yeah, that's the one that, this is phase 2. We'll get to this next year. We want to do phase 2. We want our farmer's hydrant to be at the water plant
I remember that.
and get rid of this one.
Yeah.
And then this will all be digital. You just hit your keypad or whatever you call it. And so
Sun works well too.
well 2 is on the east side of our water plant. They're both, well, 2 and 3 are both on the east side of our
Okay,
water
I was
plant.
gonna ask 3 too.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Remember the little dog houses they call them?
Oh,
You probably seen them.
gotcha.
I'm sure
Did we
Eric,
cap one off? Didn't one go bad? We capped it.
Number 1, that's what we're doing.
I'm sure Eric will give you a tour of the
Yeah,
water plant too.
Pretty cool. I don't wanna walk in there when there's fumes.
The work that they've done is pretty impressive in there.
Yeah, and I would like everyone to
Yeah.
come in there after
After
this.
it's all done.
It's almost done, so.
Okay.
Perfect.
Alright.
All right, thank
I'll
you.
make a motion to accept the maintenance and utility report.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right. On to unfinished business, employee insurance. Tyler?
Yes, we have,
Get it, get it.
Yeah, I was trying to read it sideways.
Hey, you're gonna
Sorry,
turn the
guys.
sheet the other way, Heather.
The whole thing was
When I
ordered
turn
from
my
the
laptop,
back,
it
you
goes turned
understand
still.
it.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense to me what I see. Well, can't say makes sense. Something we gotta do.
if you turn.
You guys
around-
can actually look at the screen,
Yeah,
and
I
see you got it the
pulled up,
right
I
way.
rotated.
Yeah, I can see that.
Be a little less painful to look at.
Yeah, I read that.
And then the next one, if you scroll down, don't split.
Yeah.
No, she's still gotta update it, so
So
I would say yours, adding him is gonna be like what we're paying for Eric right now, basically.
they wouldn't let me just take it from my girls. I had to take it too.
Family?
Yeah.
What do we need to do?
Approval to go ahead with it.
And which one were you guys recommending?
What's that?
Recommending the renewal plan?
Renewal
Renewal
plan,
plan.
yeah. That's basically what we have right now.
Okay.
Works for me.
Make a motion.
Do a motion, I guess.
Make a motion to accept the renewal plan for the city insurance.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alright.
All right, new business. November 2025 check register. You have no questions?
No.
You don't have any
They all make
questions,
sense.
I had to take over on it.
Joe, do you have any questions?
No, I went through it before and I didn't see anything.
Okay,
I got no questions. Make a
Both of
motion
them.
to accept the November check register.
One second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, 2025 street and utility project, pay estimate number 7.
Yeah, so we thought that we were done, but this is the extra,
The
all the
last,
extra stuff, like with the
Change.
flashers and,
I remember that.
the other additional things. So this covers
these are all the
everything.
change orders and stuff that they had.
Yes.
Make a motion to accept the pay estimate number 7. Oh, man.
One thirty-four, 396.47.
Yeah, $134,396.47.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Metro sales. Jackie Ware contract.
So with this one, I know Tony had mentioned to you guys before that we were having meetings to go with a different company and stuff prior, but that all kind of went to a halt when he left.
Okay,
So it's too late now. Luckily, this is just a 1-year contract. So we can just look this next year
okay,
for something different and closer.
so
But
you,
this is, we just need approval for 2026.
It was already budgeted as.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So that we can get it signed and sent over because they need it by the end of the year.
I'll make a motion to accept the Metro Sales contract for cloud storage.
One second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, Budak street signs.
Jason, why don't you keep this one since you talked to him more about it?
Yeah, Gary wants to see if we can do something about putting signs back up because, and I agree with him. I just pulled out of there yesterday and I almost got hit with a car coming from, I was turning east and the car was coming from the west and there was a semi trailer right there. And sometimes they're on the left and they're coming that way.
It's a county road,
Right, but the county basically washed their hands of it. And what I heard them say is they don't care what we do. But I can't believe they don't care what we do.
We get confirmation of that from the
That's what I
county.
would like to do.
We just had to do something with the road.
And I almost think that, I don't think we should expend the cost of it. They should because it's a county road.
And that's kind of what I got out of the whole bit too. Yeah, go ahead and put those signs back up, but we're not paying for it. We would have to be liable for it, so.
There should have been signs there when the road got done.
So apparently, back in the day, there were no parking signs there. And then when they redid the road, they took them out and just never replaced them. I don't remember, but that could have been years
You
ago.
can't just put a sign up, governed by a sign.
Oh,
There had to be
and
an
on,
ordinance.
on the same note,
Something, wasn't there?
I believe we should delineate, if we can, say that's the old tile plant, that they could park there instead of there. Because that's city property, correct?
No.
Well, part of it is.
Part
But I
of
don't-
it isn't, part of it isn't.
But I don't know if they'd want to park there. I don't know if I'd
It's
want to
too
drive
soft.
there.
There's no way.
Right by you.
Yeah, that's nursing property. No, I don't
Right
want to
outside.
down there.
Right next to ADM.
We don't have any other place that they could park?
They could rent a spot from Budox inside the lot.
Okay, it's just, we.
Yeah, they can go right inside of Budok's lot if they talk to Gary. I'm sure he'd be more than happy.
No, he
Got
said
plenty-
he'd rather not.
You know, he wants
I talked to him the other day.
Either that or they could talk to Matt Holland and see if they can park in the lot there.
Matt Holland or talk to Schmitz.
Anyway, I think
Well,
we should
why don't-
probably do some legwork with the county before we.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same thing. I think we should have Tyler or Heather talk to them people to see if that's an option for people to do. And then if we can go with it, then we can put it out that, yes, go talk to them.
What road are we talking?
Third Street.
Third Street.
Third Street. County
By
road.
Napa.
Right by Napa and
Yeah.
Thompson's, a semi sitting there.
A couple.
Because I don't think we should push it on
The
the
county road.
them to go out and talk to, you know, who the landowner is. We should say, let's find out, and then say, yes, they may let you go in there.
Well, it's not even
Well, it's
up,
not really
it's not even up
city.
to us to
Yeah,
have to
it's
deal
not.
with it
What does the
either.
city have to?
Yeah,
Find
but the
somewhere
thing
to
is, we gotta help our residents.
Shouldn't the county be involved in that?
They
Since the county-
go away.
The county
This
road.
is a county road. They should go
You're
to the
not getting my
county.
point. I'm trying to help the residents out, not just tell them to go somewhere else. That's my point.
They park in their semis.
Giving a
Up to
call
them.
down, giving a call down there and asking them if we can do it would only take 5-10 minutes. That's not too much to ask for Tyler. or Heather.
Jody's trying to say something.
Jody, what did you say?
I said it's a county road. They should have some say in what's going on, shouldn't they?
Yes.
And then we would have to create new ordinances and everything as well.
But I think we should tell them to go talk to the county and see what we can do as a city.
Well,
Good job.
Thanks, Chad.
We don't
The
need a
county is
motion for
willing
that, do
for
we?
us to do.
What?
We don't need to make a motion for that, do we?
What the county will allow us to do.
No, we don't need a motion, it's just to bring it up.
We're just telling you guys to do it.
I feel like it should be, I mean, if Gary's having the concern with it, he should be reaching out to the county to talk to them, or, I mean, it's a public road.
And I am fairly positive that he had been told, and he's been bringing it up before, to go to the county. As far as how far he went, I don't know, it's just something that he kept coming in here about.
Can you guys ask who he would have to contact and then tell him who to contact?
I
in the
think
county?
he already knew who he was
Well,
supposed to
let's just
contact.
do it again.
What happens if somebody is parked in front of my lift station and I need to do work there?
Was it marked at all or anything? I don't know.
Now that this came up.
That's a valid-
what
that's
if
a valid
somebody-
point.
Is there a
somebody's
curb painted
parked
a
there?
different, I don't know.
So what,
Why,
Is there an ordinance based on utility, parking in front of utilities that you know?
Not off the top of my head, no.
I don't know.
Have you ever had that happen?
There's only been one car that has been there, but if there's ball games or anything like that, and there was an emergency, I'd have to make a move.
was those no parking signs that we had there in the past by your lift station before, and that's why they were there before?
That's what I'm wondering.
That's a good point, actually.
Were there ones? I don't know.
They said
could
that there
look
was
back
until they had
on-
the construction. I guess I would rather direct you guys to look into to see if, for us as a utility standpoint, to put signs there by our utility stuff. Cause that might be where that came into, that's my opinion on that. I don't know.
I bet those signs were in between the entrances all the way down past the lift station.
That actually makes a lot more logical sense.
Why they were there, and then if they should have put them back up just for the utility part of it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
can
So
see it for
maybe
the
that's-
utility, cause if you need to get in there,
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
they'll
I
make that
could
work or fire hydrant or whatever.
I'm pretty sure Gary told me that they did have signs up on the west side of his, or the east side of his very left hand, as you're going out, left hand side, that there was no parkings on that fence.
towards
I
the
believe
house
that.
there,
No, towards,
Where's Thompson?
Thompson's.
East side.
yeah,
That's where the
other
lift is.
side,
the
there.
lift station's on the west, towards the house.
In front of
I
that.
think it's yellow, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Lift station's right about that.
Okay, I wasn't
Right.
sure.
those guys can figure that out with the county.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe that's why those signs were up there, because of our utility, and then when they redid it, maybe they totally just didn't put them back up and they should have. I think that Jim Kohler, he's a public Works guy for Waseca County.
Good start.
Mhm.
Let's see. There's two. There's a public works director and an engineer.
Alright.
Okay.
So if we can do some more digging the next month, then.
Yeah.
See if we can find some answers.
That'd be great.
And I'll see what the permit says about the lift stations and parking and my permit.
Okay, moving on then. Monday council meetings, switch to third or the fourth Monday. Any discussion on that?
Works for me. I don't care.
So kind of the bigger reasoning behind it, not so much administrative wise, but in order to give you guys all your information and reports and everything, especially like today's the 8th, Eric and Shell don't have their information back yet from testings and additional things. And then with our discussion on how you guys would like your packets maybe a week prior to the meetings, this would actually kind of help get everything in there, and then you guys having those in a good amount of time. I do know, there might be some department heads that cannot make if we do move it to that. But it's just something to bring up now, and if you guys are thinking you still want to and switch it later on, then we can make a new resolution like we did last year to change it to the 3rd or 4th.
And you're just saying only have one meeting a month?
Still have one meeting, there's no reason for two, we can still just knock it out, it's just to make sure that you guys have all of your information and everything presented to you properly.
So
it's more
of the departments, like how many departments wouldn't be able to make it because just of time?
and the prior meetings and stuff, one for sure, I know.
Is that either day that we switch it to or?
Either, 3rd or 4th. So, I mean, it doesn't, I guess, it doesn't matter anyway, but it kind of does other departments. Makes it easier on and just to get you guys your packets in a reasonable time frame to study and ask questions.
We can put the words at. It's just hard to get our report in on a week.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the 3rd be better than the 4th? Because if you had the 4th, it'd be close to Christmas, it would be close to, blah, 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 Memorial Day, all that.
It's not gonna matter either way because you're gonna have Martin Luther King Day, you're gonna have President's Day, those are all like on the 3rd.
That's fact.
It doesn't matter which one you're looking at.
Sooner or later, one of them's gonna hit.
We're gonna have to change to a different date on this.
Otherwise, if you guys are okay, we can absolutely keep it, it's just, it is gonna be harder to get you guys your information a week prior.
I don't know. Go ahead, Jody.
I'm okay with getting my packet stuff on Friday afternoon. That gives me plenty of time. I don't need it a week ahead of time.
Okay, 'cause, I mean, you guys mentioned it.
Friday afternoon works great for me. That way I can look it over the weekend.
I know we mentioned at the work session, I don't remember saying a week in advance. I just would like to have it at least by Friday.
Okay.
Because a lot of times we haven't been getting them by Friday, so we get them later or Monday morning. And by that time, I'm already, for me,
right,
I'm at work. I can't look at it until I get here and I feel unprepared.
Well, then we can just make it a requirement for all department heads to get us everything the Wednesday prior or something so that we can get the packets done within those 2 days for you guys. If that works. And then we'll just keep doing that for a while, and then if it needs to be changed, just bring it up again then. As long as you guys are okay with it, so.
Yeah, I'm okay with whatever.
I'm okay keeping it. How about you, Jody? I didn't hear.
Yeah, I'd rather have as it is now, or if we had to switch, I'd rather have the 4th. At least for another year, because that's about as long as I'm gonna serve, so I got 1 year left.
You got another term in you.
On the council, I mean, I hope.
You mayor next time.
All right, department heads, then new cutoff will be the Wednesday before. Okay.
I should make that now.
Thank you.
Or publishing.
Yes.
I'm good with it.
Okay. Did we have to go back to the resolution was there a resolution for the fire donation? Was there a resolution number? What is that number?
That number is.
The next
On
one.
the sheet.
Yeah, I think on your computer.
Yeah, 4-3.
I mean, 2543, I'm guessing.
I'm guessing 43, so 25-43, because it's probably after what
Yep.
you've already done.
Yes. Yes, 43.
Yeah, it won't be
Okay.
on here, it'll be on your computer.
All right.
You made it today.
I'll make a motion to accept, resolution 25-43.
I'll second.
All in favor on that resolution?
Is that
Aye.
the option?
That was $100,000.
That was the donation from the fire
But
department.
it's only 80,000 now, correct?
A
No,
little bit
no,
less.
I'm taking that out
100,000.
already.
Yeah.
They're paying out of that.
They give it to us, we give it back to them.
Yeah.
I thought Josh said that they had to take 20,000 back because they had to pay for.
There you
It's,
go.
Still, it's $100,000 check. You have to-
All right.
Yeah.
But he is taking 20, but it's still 100,000.
Thanks. Aye.
Aye.
all in favor, aye. Okay.
Aye.
Aye. Wanted to get that resolution done before we forgot, before moving on. Okay. Any administrator report or miscellaneous?
Do we have to close the meeting for the open? For
What?
the, budget?
Truth and
Open
taxation.
comments?
Truth and taxation. We'll
Yes.
close that
Before
before we leave.
we leave.
Okay, okay, sorry.
Did you have anything for administration or?
I've
report?
an administrative report.
Okay.
Kind of just a play-by-play of the last several weeks that I've been here. Attended a luncheon with administrators and lawmakers at the Muskegon County Building, made some great contacts, including getting plugged in a little bit better to the drainage ditch issue. It's really informative, met a lot of the right people. Talking about some of the park playground equipment and some potential plans for expanding that a little bit. Met with Sheriff Jay Lewis to discuss the rates his department would charge for services and his willingness or lack thereof to want to take that on if that was the thing that we were looking at. And then the big thing is the IT infrastructure, what we've already touched on that. That's been the first big bite of having to take. And then met with concerned residents about ordinances. We have a hole in our ordinances there as far as fences go. If you look at what other municipalities have and how it's written, like most other municipalities, like a full height fence can't go past the front of their house or their buildings. And there's potential line of sight issues and safety issues where that could be a thing. I have on my computer the example like from City of Austin, how it's written. It's robust but not overdone. It would be that hard for us to adopt something like that that would protect.
So you're looking into kind of updating those things, correct?
Yeah. And then some of the fun stuff, Heather and I got to assist NRHEG with mock interviews, help the kids practice those skills. That was a lot of fun. And then instructed the chief of police to be proactive on sidewalk snow removal violations and maintenance supervisors stand by to remove snow, especially on Broadway, as we have a heavy snowfall winter predicted. We gotta stay ahead of it if we're gonna keep everything safe for people. Other than that, I'm still excited to be here. So.
Perfect.
To go with the MCPA grant
Oh,
too, I
yes.
had to do another thing with Drew today alongside that. And we should actually find out, end of January, beginning of February, if we get the grant.
How much is that one again?
A lot.
A lot.
Yeah, that's all I remember. So that's gonna be super huge.
And that
I do
goes-
not wanna work on grants again, so I'm glad to be, I'm done. It's his problem. But yeah, we finished it all today and we should find out in a couple months, which is amazing.
And what will that grant go towards for what?
More.
It's all
can you
pollution
explain
shit,
it better?
No.
Kind of more stuff with the televising
Okay.
and I-9.
Improving infrastructure type thing,
Yes.
correct? Okay.
We had 25 million extra gallons of water coming to the plant compared to what we pumped at the well. So that was some good.
Hmm.
and a lot of bad sewer.
We had information overload.
Yes, the best.
in
That's
this
what Drew
situation.
presented at last.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, that Drew presented, yeah,
Yes.
and we had even more that we added today, so I think it's gonna help our case, so I will keep you all updated on that.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Thank you.
I will
Heather,
make it- Go ahead.
Heather, did we ever find any delinquent utility bills that have to be sent to the county to be put
No,
on people's
everybody's
tax?
on payment plans and everything, so we're just fine.
Okay, good, okay, that's good. Glad to
Sorry,
hear it,
forgot to
thank you,
update you on that.
thank you. Yep.
Okay. Anybody council have any comments or anything?
I think we have finished his report first.
Oh, yeah,
Make a motion, to accept the administrator's report.
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
All right, now, council, Jason?
Heather just gave me my third bill.
Third.
On the check register, I didn't have a comment about it, but I thought about something. We're
You
spending.
can't go back to that.
No, this is a different thing. This is a different thing in the future. We spend a fair amount on postage sending out utility bills.
Yes.
What about if we took and asked people, would you like to be on like auto pay or get the bill without having it sent by mail?
So that may be an option through Banyan.
I'd love to.
Tony and I actually looked into that. It's not a service that they offer yet.
Okay.
But it will be coming.
Okay.
So, and I will be trying to enforce that as much as we can because everybody prefers to go that way. I have a lot of people that want it emailed or faxed
That'll
over.
save us that $3,000.
I'm not gonna be emailing and faxing
No.
over every single bill. So once I get word from Banyan that this
Hit
can
one
go,
button and it goes push.
it will be a cost to utilize it, but I think when we were talking to them about it, it's gonna be kind of maybe the same amount, maybe a little bit less, but it will be an option in the future.
I just thought of that when I was going through the check register.
Mm-hmm.
We got somebody there.
We got a question,
On,
Jack.
the snow removal, I just wanted to ask, when you have the sidewalk isn't complete all the way down the block, do you still have to shovel that section that you have?
Property
No one can
owner,
use it.
if a property owner has to shovel it, it's in front of if it's their property.
Cause it's like no one uses that section. And the person next to me, cause the sidewalk runs out there, doesn't shovel either.
If it's not a sidewalk, they have to show.
No, we have a sidewalk, but not all the sidewalks in this town, they're not
They
completed.
just
Yeah,
continue to
just-
start
Right, but I
shoveling.
mean, what I'm saying is if they don't have a sidewalk, they shouldn't be shoveling.
Well, she's saying that the stretch leading up to where it just continues, if it's not a full flowing
Cause
sidewalk.
they don't use
Yeah, I
it,
think it states that it's.
you know, they go right off. the
That's an
end
ordinance
onto the
thing.
street.
Yeah, by the,
It's in the ordinance, currently the stance that you have.
yeah, by the ordinance, yes, we're working on strengthening the ordinances. And I think that it would be some discretion used on that.
I was just like, cause and you can see where some of the places, years ago, I'm sure, but they took out their sidewalks and was grassed over, See that, it's like, yeah, okay.
Which I think also in the ordinance that you have to have a sidewalk and it has to be maintained. if I remember
Right, I don't think the option anymore is there that you can seat over your sidewalks anymore. I think that was something from way before.
Yeah, I think they took that option away. But,
Yeah.
Good people don't have sidewalks.
But we're seeing two problems meeting.
Yeah, and then, like, we make sure our front is all done, but then it turns, because we're on the corner and the sidewalk ends. So nobody uses that,
Was there EDA today?
There was EDA today.
How much are we getting bang for our buck wise from our seating contracts so far, would you say?
She was actually here from 11 until after our meeting today, working on a lot of stuff.
Because I'd almost like to see it expanded. It just seems like, I don't know how you can get anything done in the little amount that we have contracted for. So, not now, but I would like to, in the future, talk about potentially increasing the amount of seated
Yeah,
time we have.
I mean, right now she's still trying to understand a lot of what we're needing.
But I mean, because what is it, like an hour a week or something like that? 4 hours a
It's
month?
not,
She's got 2 days worth.
a month.
Yeah.
right now.
Okay.
It
It just seems like.
I
don't know how
agree
get
with
it
you
done
there
when
too,
you're-
and we get billed quarterly, and it's just until we see Marcus has been here, what, 3 months, a quarter?
Yeah.
I think come into the year, we should definitely explore it and see what we've gotten done with them and what more
I
is
think
on the
there's-
list to see if that works better.
I just think there's a lot of untapped potential.
I agree there as well. I feel like this first year is gonna be our trial to see how things are going, and then we can go and budget for next year further if we wanna do more.
It's very beneficial.
Agreed. And
Very
I think
beneficial
it,
so far, so.
I think it would be wise if one grant pays for an awful lot. Their contract.
Right.
So.
Okay.
I got two more comments.
Okay.
One was, I don't think any of you remember this because you weren't here. Gail, when she was mayor, wanted us to have a meeting to say, let's look at goals and things to help the community. And I've sent it to Heather and Tyler. I come up with a brainstorm. We go out once a quarter in a vehicle and go around town and look at things. And what I did is I put it into AI. I put in the website, the town, and the agendas for our meetings. And it came up with a quarterly report. I shouldn't say report, a quarterly thing saying, let's go look at this, this, and this. And then a checklist to say, hey, let's see if we can keep it on the radar and fix it. That's just to help fix things around town. The second thing is I'm not a fan of the real estate taxes we have to pay. So I came up with another idea based off of Fargo-Moorhead area is farmers are planting camelina for a cover crop, and then they're pushing it into a processing plant, and they make aviation fuel or diesel fuel out of it. And I went and talked to them, and I'll give you guys each one of these. There's two of them down there and two there. And Jody, one will be here for you. And it's an overview of us building a processing plant for camelina. I've talked to about 10 or 15 farmers around here that are interested. I've talked to AURI, USDA, U of M, Forever Green, and the county here. And our EDA and the county EDA are going to meet on December 17th. I asked Heather to send this packet and the PowerPoint presentation that I built up to give this to the county EDA to see if they can help us. In a nutshell, I would like to have, if there's enough people that are interested and say, yes, let's not say do it, let's explore it, have a meeting in January, February, to where we could have a processor come down here and say, and this is the things we should do or not do, have a farmers cooperative representative come in, state legislator, farmers, EDA, all those people come in and say, hey, we got questions. And I'm completely frank, it may be an idea, we're just gonna say, the hell with it, go out the door, or we're gonna say, let's go and get it done. That's what I'd like to see. Because if we build a plant here, it could take 25 to 50 people to run it. They could come in here and build or buy houses, and guess what? Our taxes go down. That's my selfish part.
We did talk about this at EDA today, and Matt is taking it to his next meeting to the county on the 17th. So it is getting, the next steps to talk to them is what we, as the EDA, was kind of discussing, that it should go there to see, because there's a lot of unknowns and a lot of feasibility of it could be even.
That's why I want to have that meeting in January, February. And Gene Dornick said he'd come to. That's final comment.
All right, so. Jody, do you have any comments or anything?
No, I don't for once.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna close the truth and taxation, public hearing at 8:19 p.m. And after that, I think we are ready for adjournment.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Jerry, you ready for the snowstorm day after Christmas?
How,
No.
did you stop recording?
Hang on.